just laugh. Were you laughing at the Lakers last night? Were you laughing at your man LeBron? I'm just curious. I don't know.
I don't either.
Is that funny?
What a spoiler moment.
Huh?
I'm excited.
Well, what
I'm
moment?
excited
Oh,
to come,
good.
I'm
Okay.
excited to
I
come
like
work with
your
you.
jacket.
You like that? Okay? Yeah.
I do too.
You got a lot of new stuff. You must be shelling out the cash for stuff. Right?
I went to Harvard Business School.
Yeah. You'd like to think that you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeannie, how are you?
Hi,
Shannon. How are you? How are you?
You're a
doing?
hater.
too, Skip.
Do you wake up like this every morning?
Yes, I do. Let's
think he
talk about the
does.
Cowboys.
Okay, we're going to get there.
Cowboys.
Your day coming, Skip.
Yeah.
Your day coming.
Not
I
yet.
think their day is coming
Not
after
yet.
this.
It is.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yep.
All right, here's what we're talking about today. Will Shannon make some excuses for LeBron's rough night? Will Skip Sooners make the college football playoff? But then we got to start with the Cowboys because that's how Skip likes to start the day. They have a huge matchup tomorrow night against the Saints on Fox. Dallas has won 3 straight, but they're facing a Saints team that has won 10 straight games. Drew Brees and the New Orleans offense leads the league in scoring at about 37 points a game, and yesterday, Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence was asked if the Saints' O-line would be the toughest they've faced, and guys, he did not hold back. Lawrence said, they're going to have to match our intensity, bleep for 60 minutes straight. If you hit a bleep in the mouth and then they ain't doing what they're regularly doing, putting up 50 points, they start to get a little distressed. Now you got them where you want them, and then you bleeping choke their bleep out. All right.
Jenny, you read that very nicely,
Thank you.
but it was not said very nicely.
Thank you. I said it, but, bleep.
Yeah, I know.
Bleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
bleep.
Let's hear what Jerry Jones had to
Bleep
say.
and bleep.
Each play, every time they have the ball, we've got to think it's the Super Bowl play. It is the play. We're just going to have to play in that way, both on our defensive front and as well as when we play offensively. Big games like this are down to the individual play. And if every player will, on every play in this game, say, when we put that on tape Monday, it's going to look like one of my best plays of the year. It's really going to take that kind of focus to beat a team like this.
Shannon, do you like that talk from the Cowboys?
Well, I don't like to talk from Jerry. I tend to like the guys that are a little closer to the action to do the talking. I love when Brian Billick would get the opposing team riled up, and he was talking, knowing that we're going to have to go out there and back up what he said, but we're going to do our talking also. Skip, I don't get this. Why would Jerry add this kind of undue pressure or angst to his team? So you want them to approach this like the Super Bowl. You do know Super Bowl has finality to it. So let me get this straight. If you win this game, what do you win?
It's over. The season's over. We win the championship.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, that's how I'm.
Okay, if you want that kind of finality, what happens if you lose this game?
I don't know.
Have you thought that
What
part?
if you win it and then lose out? I don't know.
Exactly.
You know?
So for me, Skip, I just like, look, I just want my guys to play well. I understand what this game means. But to say, okay, because you have 4 more games after this, you win this game, and as you said, you lose 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 of the next game. What have you actually accomplished? You don't get any more credit for winning this game because it's the New Orleans Saints. You don't say, you know what? You beat a team that had won 10 straight games. So we're going to, Cowboys, we're going to give you 2 victories. That's not how it works. You don't get extra points if you score a touchdown in this game. This is a regular season game that's going to be played in November. You still have games to be played in December and January.
Yep.
I don't get why Jerry would put so much emphasis. Now, all of a sudden, you win 3 straight games, Jenny, and Jerry Jones talking about this Super Bowl. I want you to approach this game like this is a Super Bowl. You won 3 games, Jerry, none of which are playoff games, none of which got you any closer to getting to the playoffs. Come on, Jerry. Now, DeMarcus Lawrence, I ain't got no problem with what he said.
Really?
Because you know why? Because whether you say a little or you say a lot. I learned this early in my career. Even when I talked, they were still going to kick the ball off. When I didn't talk, they still were going to kick the ball off.
I hear you.
So DeMarcus Lawrence, you're going to have to put up because, you say when you hit a bleep in the mouth and you ain't scoring 51 like you normally do. Okay, let me ask you a question, DeMarcus. When they hit you in the mouth and they drop 21 on you in the first quarter, then what you going to do?
Don't know.
See, you already talking about what you going to do and how, you hit the bully in the mouth, but what happens when the bully hits you? Look, I understand the Cowboys, they're building this drama, the Cowboys are back. You love this, the Cowboys are back. I love this, Jerry. If my defensive line is talking, DeMarcus Lawrence and that defensive line is going to play a huge role in this ball game. The only way to beat the Saints is that you put Drew Brees on his back.
They're going to play the role in the game. You know?
First of all, you talk about the greatest completion percentage quarterback in NFL history. If you don't put him on his back, 70% of the throws will be complete. So I got no problem with DeMarcus Lawrence talking trash. Talk it. Talk that talk. You got to walk that walk. Now, Jerry, I don't really care about Jerry, what Jerry had to say. So what's the next step? Owners going back and forth, you talking. I get it, sometimes giving the Super Bowl, the governors talk, well, if I win, I want some syrup. If you win, you get some steaks. I don't want owners going back and forth with this. Hey, y'all just cut the checks. Let us handle this down here.
Thank you. So it's my turn, and I had a huge problem with both of these quotes from both of these principals of the Dallas Cowboys, the best pass rusher and the owner general manager. Huge problem.
Every day.
I do, but I don't play for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm not playing Drew Brees. I'm going to watch him play, unfortunately, tomorrow night on Fox. But I got to tell you, Mr. Sharp and Miss Taft, I left here yesterday feeling pretty good about my team's chances in this game. Pretty good. Maybe I had pumped myself up to the point where I would be surprised by a Cowboy victory, but I wouldn't be shocked by it. And I was 3 days ago, more like, ooh, I'd be shocked if they won this game. So I was starting to feel better. I thought there was at least a reasonable chance of Dallas winning until I got home, and later in the afternoon, I had to read the quotes from both of these principals. Let me start with DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay, remember, DeMarcus Lawrence is not the dominating pass rusher in the game right now. He had a great year last year, but so far he ranks 13th in this league in sacks with 8.5. Not bad, not great. They rank as a team 12th in sacks. So it's not like they're Saxonville of last year, right?
Right.
So when I read these quotes, I fell off my chair because I wanted this man drug tested at that moment, because you went completely over the edge. If he had just said the first line that I read, I'd be okay. They're going to have to match our intensity. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. If you just said we need to make Drew uncomfortable in the pocket, I'd be just fine with that and leave it lay at that. But after that, this is completely over the edge. And I'm surprised you were okay with this, even though you were the greatest trash talker in history. But you played for some really good teams. Yeah. And my team right now is lucky to be 6-5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have to go through this quote carefully, and I'm going to have to tiptoe through these lines.
You have to do some bleeping,
I'm going to have to do some bleeping, but I'm going to do some in the middles here. So he says, if you hit, I'm going to use this, if you hit an MF in the mouth, and they ain't doing what they're regularly doing, which is putting up 50 points, they start to get a little distressed. Now you got them where you want them, and then you effing choke their ass out. That's what DeMarcus Lawrence said to the reporters yesterday. Yeah. You effing choke their out.
Skip, this is a conversation that you're talking to other D linemen.
Okay, maybe you do that. That's fine. He said this publicly to the media.
Yes.
Okay, to me, that quote is worse than guaranteeing victory in this game, because you have challenged their manhood. You have said, to me, New Orleans has the best offensive line in football. Used to be Dallas. Yeah. Now it's New Orleans. They protect Drew like he's the gem of the world, like the most valuable piece in the world.
Like the gold in Fort Knox.
Okay, he's the gold in Fort Knox, right? He's the Hope Diamond. He's their Hope Diamond. Yep. And they protect him with their manhood. Yes. Now their manhood has been challenged by DeMarcus Lawrence, and he's a really good player, but I always call him DeMarcus Lawrence Taylor. He's not yet Lawrence Taylor. I do it half-kiddingly because I want him to be DeMarcus Lawrence Taylor, and occasionally, like that early sack against Marcus Mariota, he looked like DeMarcus Lawrence Taylor. Right. And then what happened the rest of the game, I wish I could forget about it, but I cannot. So to me, this is, you know the old quote about let sleeping dogs lie?
Right.
Let sleeping Breeze lie. Let sleeping Kamara lie. Let sleeping Michael Thomas lie. Let sleeping offensive line lie, because New Orleans has won 10 straight games, right? And, they're, they're just blowing people away to the point where, is it possible that they would have come in a little overconfident? Maybe just a little bit? Is it possible that they would have one off night? Because you're just human. Yeah. After you blew out Washington and you blew out Philadelphia, you say, we got the
Bengals.
NFC East. No, but I'm just saying the
Yeah.
NFC
Oh, yeah,
East,
yeah,
like,
you blew it,
oh,
yeah.
well, we got another NFC East team.
Right.
And I look at Drew Brees, and remember, he's 5-2 against Dallas as a Saint. He was obviously in San Diego, but he's 3-1 at Dallas. So maybe he comes in a little cocky, a little overconfident. I don't know.
And this team, Skip, now you know how Sean Payton